In an earlier movie, we had looked at the new feature of bone targets. Bone targets is the advanced option or the new version of what we'll talk about in this movie, which is bone locking. I'm bringing up this because bone locking still has a great place in Anime Studio Pro, but it's kind of obsolete in terms of working with characters. You'll see where bone locking or bone targeting comes from. I'm going to accept our default character from the character wizard. Before, when you would say have a character, and let me zoom in just a little bit, we'll advance forward in the timeline. When we select the character bone layer right here, if you wanted to move the character, let me grab the bone manipulation tool. In this case, we'll grab the anchor bone or the pelvis. And to move him, you could do that, but it became difficult sometimes if, say, you wanted the character to squat on the floor, getting the feet to stay put when you move the rest of the body. Well, that's where bone locking would come in. We'll go ahead and come up here and select these two bones down here by the feet. I'll shift select these. Up at the very top, there's a little checkbox for lock bone. Now when we use the bone manipulation tool and grab, say, the pelvis, we can see the character's feet stay on the ground. Bone targeting allows you to go ahead and move the target and the rest of the leg follows. Once the bone is locked for bone locking, you don't have that ability to move the locked bone, and it's just extra steps to animate that. Well, why should we worry about bone locking? Well, if we happen to be doing a tree or something and the wind is blowing very hard on the tree, instead of the character, even if our character was leaning into the wind or something like that, or the wind's blowing him and trying to blow him away, it's a different way to go ahead and lock that in and get something that could be stretching like this and then moving back. So it does have its use, but it is obsolete in terms of animation right now for walk cycles and things like that. You would prefer working with the target bone, I know for sure, but there's your introduction into bone locking.